A very good afternoon to all of you present here. Heartfelt welcome to all our guests. And this is a very, very special edition of The Legends presented by TVS Motor Company. Over the years, we welcomed on stage one of the country's most respected and admired personalities here, from Leander Pace to Ustad Amjad Ali Khan, from Hariharan to Asha Bhosle ji, from N.R. Narayan Murthy to Usha Uttup, from Bhaichung Bhutia to Anupam Kher. Every legend has carried a story with herself or himself, and those have been stories of struggle, commitment, and excellence. A story that leaves a lasting impact on generations to come. What really goes behind their glory, their success? And today we welcome one such personality here on Legends. We are celebrating her remarkable journey. There are artists who you know are very, very popular. Then there are those who leave a legacy. Their work is timeless, and Kavita Krishnamurthy ji belongs to that rare league. For decades, her voice has brought to life emotion and soul to some of the most memorable songs in Indian music. You listen to them, you hum along, and it's a guarantee that the other person listening will be also joining you in. And what began for her as a deep love and passion at a very, very young age transformed into a journey that was marked by discipline, passion, resilience, and extraordinary excellence. From powerful classical renditions to melodies filled with romance, emotion, and grace, her voice carried a magic that connected instantly with listeners across generations. She has worked with some of the finest composers and musicians in the country. She created songs that remained etched in India's memory. Her contribution to music goes far beyond awards and recognition. It lies in the emotions. It lies in those emotions and sentiments that are evoked whenever we listen to them. But what truly defines her journey is the humility, is the elegance and sincerity with which she has pursued her art, her story, not only about success, but it's about the commitment to the craft, about consistency, and most importantly, the humility she always displays. Big round of applause, and it's an honor to have Padma Shri Kavita Krishnamurthy and her better half, Padma Vibhushan, Dr. L. Subramaniam, international violist, composer, and conductor, trained in tradition of Carnatic music and Western classical music. It's an honor to have you both here, ma'am and sir. And now I request Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami to please come onto the stage along with Miss Krishnamurthy, a celebrated name in Indian music, admired across generations. And let's get to know about her journey in her own words.
Kavita ji, thank you very much for coming today. This is overwhelming for me. I feel very ill-equipped. I'm not good at these kind of interviews. I have been researching, and then I suddenly realized while I was doing my research that I know you much better than I think. Because I was saying to Ms. Krishnamurthy that anyone, any Indian, approximately, I know that Gen Z also knows your songs and all that, but anyone between the age of about 35 and 70 has grown up with you. And we belong to that generation. And I think that 3 decades, 3.5 to 4 decades of your timeless art has already touched the lives of so many people. So I thank her for coming all the way from Bangalore to make this afternoon special for us. Thank you, Kavita.
Namaste to you, Arnab, and namaste to this wonderful audience here. First, let me thank you because without trying to sound falsely modest, I have never thought of myself as a legend. Only because I know I have done a lot of work, I have sung so many songs, all that is okay. But for a lot of reasons, I cannot think of myself as a legend because I have grown up in my childhood listening to absolutely the greatest of artists. And when I listen to their music, I've always told myself that being a Hindu and thinking of another life, that I've always want to be born again because I want to perfect my art of music because it's still just a small little drop which can get covered by huge waves at any time. So I really feel like a drop of ocean in the music field. Only eternal gratitude that I am in music because that's given me all the happiness. That's one reason I'm thanking you for calling me in this series, to think that I'm worth it. And secondly, I must tell you that I and my husband admire you so much. and we watch your programs. And for me, one reason I watch your program is it's for me to reinforce the feeling that people can live in their own terms. They can live with honesty. They can live with courage. They can live with fearlessness without having to worry about what the world is going to say about them. And that's the life you have led. So it gives me, every time I watch it, I feel, okay, fine, there's nothing to worry about. People like that can exist so beautifully in this world. So can I. There's no need to have any skeletons in the cupboard.
And I also, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. Also want to, before we begin our conversation, want to, on behalf of everyone at Republic, warmly welcome, because the first time I have two legends in the room. Dr. L. Subramaniam is with us here today. He is perhaps, I would say, one of India's greatest, not just violinists, composers, conductors. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a medical doctor. And I really am so happy that you are here. And you are the legend behind the legend also. And it's so good. He's a doctor who chose the violin. And, one day I hope to have a similar conversation with you, sir. Thank you for coming and thank you for being with Kavita ji today. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Kavita ji, where do I start now? The easy option is to talk about your songs, but I want to talk about you first, because you are a self-made person. And I'm a great fan of people who go on to do things without any background. You have no background per se. You have no godfather or godmother behind you. You've struggled a lot. You've struggled a lot. And people only want to say, oh, she sang her first song and the Lata Mangeshkar was with her. This was the first big break. But what happens before the big break? Tell us about your life before you got to be known. Tell us about your life before that first Rabindra Sangeet was sung. Yes. I think it was 1978 or 79. Yeah.
First, let me tell you all that I'm very proud of the fact that I was born in the capital of the country. I was born in Delhi, and my schooling was in CJM Delhi. But the most extraordinary childhood, because there were two families. One was Krishnamurthy family, traditional South Indian vegetarians. And then we had the Bengalis, Bhattacharyas, Uncle Ji and Mamuni, who were meat-eating, fish-eating people. And my mother, Kamakshi, and Mamuni Pratima were inseparable friends. And when my father got a promotion as a deputy secretary in the Ministry of Education, he got into a bigger house right in front of Kalibadi. And the first thing that they told my uncle and auntie was, leave your government house and you please come and stay with us. Because they were already very attached to their daughter, Nandita, my sister, who's a Bengali. My parents were very attached to her because they'd had two sons. And they wanted another daughter, but the third child was also a son. So they were very attached to my sister. So he said, we all should live in one house. So that's the time, I was born, we were living in one house. And the only thing I remember about my childhood is playing pittu outside, playing cricket with all the, there was Lake Square, there was Hague Square, there was Dalhousie Square, there was Outram Square, and all these squares, and we were in Mandir Marg. And there's a big lawn, playing outside, and my mother would shout from there. She said, let me reveal my pet name today. It's a pet name I've always hidden, because in Delhi, they used to tease me. My pet name is Papa, which is a typical South Indian name for a child. Papa.
P-A?
P-A-P-A. So my Punjabi friends would of course say, Papa ji aaye, Papa ji aaye, kind of a thing. So my mother would shout, Shekhar, Papa, come, Master ji has come. And I must say, it is to the credit of my Balram Puri, my master, that we would leave everything and run there. And run there for what? To sit cross-legged for 20 minutes when he's tuning the tanpura. And for some more time when he's got his eyes closed, and then he'll say, Chalo, sarega gao. So this is how my childhood started, but then sometimes we were on top of the roof of the house. Sometimes we were in the gardens. We had cats, we had dogs, and my father running in the garden trying to get the bird out of the cat's mouth and save its life. I grew up into an incredibly happy family. And I was the youngest, pampered, spoiled. And I remember those days when Hema Malini ji, who was also in one of those Lake Squares or Hague Squares, I forget, and she and my sister used to go to learn Bharatnatyam. And I was a younger sister being dragged along, and I would say, no, I want to learn music. I don't want to learn dance. I want to learn music. Finally, they found a music teacher saying, I think she's serious about it. So that's how
Which side was more influencing you, the Bengali side or the Tamil side? There were two cultural
two sides,
influences.
Bengali side,
musically.
Yeah, musically, my mother was a Carnatic musician, but she got married when she was 14, but she had very good training. She would have been happy if I learned any form of music, but staying in Delhi, it was difficult to get a Carnatic music teacher. So I got into Hindustani. My auntie who brought me to Bombay to become a playback singer didn't know a thing ABC of music. But being Bengalis, let me tell you, till date, I haven't yet met a Bengali who doesn't love music. Whether they know music or not, they just love music. Similarly, they loved music. But the Bengali influence was strong because I was extremely attached to my aunt. She was a super cook. So I'd sneak to her kitchen and have all my mangsho and my mach. So that part was very strong, and my attachment to aunt grew through the years because she became everything to me. Whatever I am today, it's because of her. She's the one who saw the dream that I should be a playback singer and took the courage with whatever coins she had saved. She didn't want to ask my father for any money. She bought the train tickets with that money. And my Uncle Ji, who's a Bengali, my Uncle Ji said, don't worry, you take her. And my mother, when we left, it was my mother who was cooking for him, for my uncle. And I remember my mother telling me once that once she cooked even fish for him because she felt he was missing fish because aunt had come with me to Bombay. So this was the kind of love and surroundings of, 4 parents, 4 siblings. So I grew up with a very, very secure childhood. I think that has been the basis of everything that I've achieved in life.
But when you went to Bombay, Bombay?
Yes.
Did you go to do a degree in economics at St. Xavier's College, or did you go to explore music?
Went to explore music, but my father in that process told my aunt, he said, you're taking her after school, and she's just finishing school, and you're taking her. What about her education? So my aunt said, look, she will do her music, but I promise you she'll be a graduate. That's the minimum of studies that I can promise you. So I went and I first joined Inter. I finished Inter, and then I did my, I chose economics to do it because I thought that would be easier to do economics with my music rather than science.
Hariharanji was here. And he says that, from the cultural background that I am, if you're not a postgraduate, then you're not allowed to do anything. I think he told me, he was sitting here and he said, either he did a MCom or chartered accountancy or something, he said.
I think he also did law.
He did law, yeah, he did law. And then after doing his law, he went to his mother and said, now, he's from a Tamil background,
Yes,
right? He said, now are you happy that I have done my law, I have done my MCom, can I start singing?
Yeah, I know.
He said in Tamil families, if you're not postgraduate, if you're not done a law, if you've not done your CA, your parents will not talk to you.
Yeah,
I don't know if it is true.
It is true because to a certain extent.
Did it apply to you?
Not really to such a strong extent because after I finished my graduation, what happened was my father by the time had left Delhi because he had got a job in WIPO. He was a copyright expert, so he got a job in WIPO, Geneva. So when he went to Geneva, he was there, and I remember finishing college and going for a holiday there. And in that holiday, my results hadn't yet come out. And he said, look, I know you've gone to US with Manna Dayal and you are singing and you are making your money. I know all this, but I have a seat for you in the London School of Economics. Would you like to do your master's there? I have the seat. I just have to tell them yes. At that time, I told my dad, I said, Dad, music makes me very happy. And I'm getting a lot of work, much more than I can cope with. So is it okay if I go back to Bombay? I don't want to go to London. I want to just sing. I just want to sing. And he looked at me for about 2 minutes, but my father did believe it. He used to dabble with astrology in his spare time. So I think maybe he saw my future. He said, okay, I'm going to call them up and say that we don't require a seat for you.
It's a big decision to take. How old were you then?
I was just stepping on to 21.
Yeah.
But the thing is...
And was it easy to make it a break as a singer? Like when you decided to do playback singing, who were you listening to? Who did you want to be like?
From childhood, for me, Lata ji has been an
Lata
icon.
ji?
From childhood. I remember when this song, Allah Tero Naam used to come, Prabhu Tero Naam, and then all the songs of Unpad. Aap Kyun Roye, all the songs which used to come. Wherever I was in the house, I would run and I would have a paper and a pencil ready near the radio. We used to have a big radio and that used to be ready. And those days we can't always buy those chopris which used to be 25 paisa or something of different movies. So, we didn't have so much money that we can keep on buying chopris every day. So I would have the pencil, then I would write the song as fast as I could. Some lines would be missing. So the next time the song comes, you fill in the gaps. And that's how I used to learn her songs. And actually, strangely enough, there was one song which used to haunt me, and that was Pucho Na Kaise Maine Rain Bitai by Manada. That song I never, ever knew that I would sing with Manada for 18 years, but that's the song that used to haunt me when I was a child. So my icons were these two people, for one reason, that I've always liked classical music. My deep love has been classical music. I love classical music. And to a certain extent, that's another reason I want another life. I want to be born again as a classical musician. And Arnab, when I'm born as a classical musician, I will be Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab, Amir Khan Sahab, and Lata Mangeshkar all rolled into one.
Oh,
so can you imagine? I don't think anybody can sit in front of me.
I love the sense of excitement. I love the sense of looking forward. I love I wouldn't call it ambition. I'm not seeing ambition here. I'm seeing a desire to learn in you. But now there is a beautiful story of destiny, if you want to share, that during an annual college which was called Malhar, at St. Xavier's College in Mumbai, you meet the daughter of the legendary Hemant Kumar, Ranu Mukherjee. She introduces you to Hemant Kumar. And Hemant Kumar asks you to sing during his live performances. And at one such live performance, another legend, Manna De, spots you. Now, this seems too much like a stroke of luck. It's a magical story. Can I repeat this? She is a student in St. Xavier's College. She wants to sing. She doesn't want to go to London School of Economics. She tells her father. Then she's singing in her college festival where she meets the daughter of Hemant Kumar. And she reintroduces you to Hemant Kumar and he makes you sing. And when you are singing, Manna De spots you. It seems like destiny was written for you. Tell us the story, because this is how did this happen?
This is almost two small little changes I'll have to tell you. One,
I'm a journalist. I know how to put a little bit of hype, sensationalism, drama into the whole thing. So.
Well, going back to the honesty, the kind of person you are, well, Ranu was my classmate actually. We studied together in St. Xavier's, and during the college day function, she introduced me to her father. She said, I sang a song and she said, come, I'm going to introduce you to my father. By the time Hemant had actually heard me, then when she introduced me, as a tall, very dignified person, then he said, my Mamuni was also there, and he said, Amar Udaipur program ache, I have a program in Udaipur, would you like to come and sing? And actually, that time I turned and looked at Ranu because I thought it was obvious that Ranu should sing. Ranu being such a fabulous singer, that she should sing. He said, Nana, my daughter doesn't like to come. Would you like to sing? This is how it started. Then I went for concerts with him. But it's not that Manada spotted me in a concert, but he had heard about me, and Hemanta picked up the phone in front of me and called Manada. And said, you have been, Manna, he used to call him Manna. Manna, you have been looking for a singer to sing for you. And Manada is a little snootier. He liked singers who spoke in English, who he felt were a little educated. Now, I was not great with the language, but I could manage in English. So he said, this girl is studying in Xavier's, Porashona Koreche, she's studying. Would you like to try her out for one of your concerts? And cut to Manada calling me for a concert in Surat. And the door opens, Manada sitting in the harmonium, and his typical way, he looks up like this. He's like a military man who just does this. This is the way Manada looks at people, very, very stern. And so obviously I was very nervous. And I don't know what I sang in that concert, but I sang with him for 18 years after that, and for concerts.
So was it Hemant Kumar who recognized you first?
Yes.
Or Manna De who recognized you first?
No, Hemanta.
Hemanta recognized you.
Hemanta recognized me first in the sense.
What were you singing when he first heard you?
I was singing Asha ji's song.
Would you
Jaiye
like
aap kahan jayenge?
Would you like to?
Oh my God. I'll sing a line, but...
Yeah. What was the song? The question is, what was the song which Kavita Krishnamurthy sang when Hemant Kumar recognized her magic for the first time? It gives us an opportunity to step back into time.
And I must tell you, there's another person in the auditorium
Yes.
in college day who was also an ex-Xavierite. And he was so encouraging to me. He called me to his office the very
Who's
next
the-
day.
can you-
That was the great Amin Sayani Saab.
Amir sir.
Amin Sayani.
Amin sir, of course.
And he called me to the office. He spoke to me and he gave me 2 letters. One for the music director C. Ramchandar ji and one for Jai Kishan ji, the music director Jai Kishan
He
ji.
gave you letters of introduction.
Said letters of introduction saying, Jao unko milke aao. Now that was very soon after that I had my exams. So I could not meet Jai Kishan ji, but I met C. Ramchandar ji. And I sang 2-3 lines for him. He said, 4-5 saal ke baad aao. He told me that. And Jai Kishan ji couldn't meet. He passed away. And cut to C. Ramchandar ji, after 3 years, he called me for a concert. So I told him, Anna ji, abhi aur 2 saal bache hain. Aapne 5 saal bole the, 3 saal mein bula liya aapne mujhe. I remember that. They were all, you know, one thing, am I rambling too much?
No, I'm loving this, please.
One thing I have to tell you all.
This is the only time I listen.
Okay, your nation wants to know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm also telling you this. See, the one thing I have to tell you all, that when I went from Delhi, the daughter of a government servant in a very, very different world, with absolutely no contacts in the film world except for Hema Malini being a dream girl and Jaya Chakravarti, a close friend of our family, there was doubts in my father's mind whether, you know, what kind of a film industry it was, whether it's really a big, bad world. But all through, if I could tell you this, that till today, I wear my rose-colored spectacles. I have seen the best of people in the industry. I have seen their good side, and I have seen only their good side. I prefer not looking into the small little things which have bothered me in life. For me, it has been a rosy life not because I got a lot of chance to sing here and there, because everybody, I saw the good side of them. I learned from them. And it's not a big bad world. It's a wonderful world. It's how you approach it, finally.
Beautiful. So in 1971, Hemant Kumar asked you to come to the studio to record the Bengali song,
Yes.
Rabindra Sangeet,
Yes.
Shokhi Bhabona Kahare Bole.
Bali. Yeah.
I've got the pronunciation right.
Right, absolutely.
I'm married into a Bengali family. But you have to never say that you do not know Rabindra Sangeet. So I'm asked about this song. Yes, I know. Never deny that you don't know. But this song is particularly beautiful. And it is for the film Shriman Prithviraj.
Yes.
The story is like this, that you had learned this over 4 lines of this song. And you are practicing. Then the door opens. And Lata Mangeshkar walks in.
Yes.
Who you have heard since you were a teenager, right? She walks in, you're practicing the song, and then you have to sing beside the greatest voice in the history of Indian music.
Yes.
So if you can relive that experience, that song, and maybe if you remember something from the song or hum a few lines for it for us.
It's true that Hemanta called me one day, and I was in college, and he said, I'd come back from college. He said, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, Dada, I have college tomorrow. He said, no, you come to Rajkamal Studios at 10 o'clock. Sure enough, I bunked college and went at 10 o'clock. And soon after, he just taught me about 2-3 lines. And he was in the harmonium. And, you know, I must tell you, he was a very, very tall, handsome, dignified person, and a man of very few words. He taught me the song, and I'm mentally going through it and, you know, trying to correct myself, improve it, and he's there. And then suddenly the door opens, and in this white sari, Lataji walks in. I think, for that moment, I think my heart stopped. Because Hemant Dada looked at me and said, hey, you're singing with Lataji.
He had not told you before.
No, not at all. When he called me, he said, come at 10
You were not
o'clock.
expecting Lata
Because he's a
Mangeshkar to
man
walk
of few words, and it's very difficult to get sentences out of his mouth.
That's it.
So he just taught, and he just kept quiet. And probably he would have maybe told, if she had come another 10 minutes later, he might have told me.
Okay.
But between those few minutes of my trying to, get the song right, and he's also like checking the harmonium and playing the song and all that, she walked in. So once she walked in, he told me I'm to sing with her. I was very, very nervous because she's been my goddess from the time I was 7 years old, and I heard her on the radio. And, and I'd also heard her singing "Ae Mere Watan Ke Logo" in Delhi. On the radio, all over in Delhi, all over India, the song was played. So it was too much for me, actually. And if you remember, those days you have musician's cabin and you have the singer's cabin where 2 microphones are kept. Hers was kept a little ahead, and in an angle, mine was kept here. And I have to sing with her in that singer's cabin. And I was like, the first final rehearsal, and she's a person who has literally a final rehearsal and 1 take okay. She's so sure when she goes to the mic, she won't go to the mic unless she knows the song perfectly. So it's just 1 or 2 times you're going to sing with her. Mm-hmm. So when the final rehearsal happened, I was so absorbed watching her sing so beautifully, she was singing, that I forgot to sing with her. I forgot to sing with her, and my hands went cold. And then Manata said, "Oh no, what happened?" Hemantada said, "What happened? You forgot your lines?" I couldn't. Then they announced a take.
You were recording at the time.
Fine, that was a final rehearsal.
Okay.
Then he said, "Okay, now we are doing a take. Tomar lines bhulbe na. Don't forget your lines."
It's a duet.
Duet, but last 4 lines. It was actually it was her solo. I just joined her for the last 4 lines. And then that time when he announced the take, Lataji, I remember she used to wear her specs, she looked at me like this, and she kind of looked at me and smiled. She gave me a smile. And then we went back to the take, and this time the take, I sang, and I think there were only 2 takes, and I sang okay. It got okayed.
Wow.
And then Lataji was very sweet. She said, as I was leaving the studio, she got into her white Mercedes Benz, and she said, "Aapko kahin chhod do?" I said, "Nahi Didi, hum taxi leke chale jayenge, no problem." This was the first. Even when I think of it now, I kind of tremble.
Of course. I will now start drawing you into your music. And, the challenge of a song that is sung by many great people. But when we think about the song Aayega Aane Wala, this I think is 1976. This song, if I'm not mistaken, has been sung by many greats in the past also, before 76 or after 76? Because when you sang it, I think it was picturized on a scene where Shabana Azmi is sitting.
Yeah, yes.
Because this film used to play on Doordarshan many times,
Yes,
And
Kadambari.
so we used to sit, and 10 years after this film was released, it used to play on Doordarshan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I know it because then color TVs had started coming
Yes,
in.
yes,
This was
of
a
course.
color movie.
Oh, yes.
And Shabana Azmi is sitting in a drawing room
in a
setting, and
party
she's
sitting, yeah.
singing Aayega Aane Wala.
Yes.
Can you share some moments from this particular song?
Actually, Aayega Aane Wala was a very unexpected recording for
Yes.
me. There was no big producer or no music director who approached me. This Mr. Chandra, who is the owner of the Ferrographer Studio,
Yes.
where I used to sing a lot of jingles for him,
Yes.
and sometimes ad hoc songs,
Okay.
came home, and he would say Moshima to my Mamuni. He said, "Moshima, please kal parson, in 2 days," he gave me 2-day notice, 5 baje, please bring her to my studio in Colaba. And we were living in Bandra in Bombay at that time. And we went to the studio, and he said, "You please learn Aayega Aane Wala, learn the song properly and come." I didn't know. Once again, I don't know why people don't tell me what it's all about. I went there, and there were just a handful of musicians, and I think the director of the movie was there. And then they told me, "Ki this is Lataji's song, as
It
you
is a
know."
remake.
Huh? Yes.
It is a remake of Lata's.
Yes, they said this is original Lataji's song, but today you're going to sing it for us for this movie. That's the time I said, "Oh, it's for a movie." Yes, and Shabana ji is going to do the lip sync for you. I was absolutely ecstatic because I love Shabana ji. Then they said that, "Aap isko ga do," and very few musicians. If I remember, there were just 3 or 4 handful of musicians there. And they said, "Ye ga do, we're going to use it as if she's singing in a party."
In a party.
So they
yeah.
just told me the situation that Shabana ji is going to be sitting with friends and it's a party and you have to sing this song. And I picked up courage, rehearsed a couple of times, and then the final take happened. See, the thing is, Arnab, those days the most important thing about singing was, which I feel was the best part of my training ground, was you never did 2 lines or you never did 1 line. If the song was 10 minutes, you sang 10 minutes. If it was 4 minutes, it was 4 minutes. But it had to be sung in a stretch. Even if you make a mistake, you go back to singing. And then sometimes you're singing it very nicely, the musicians make a mistake. Cut, back to square one.
So to get it perfect.
Till you get it
In one
perfect,
go.
until the music director or the director says, okay, you have to keep on singing it. Sometimes you can sing a song even 10 times, 8 times, till it gets okayed. So for me, Aayega Aane Wale also, I think I sang it about a couple of times. And then it was okayed. And then cut to the fact later on, all this awareness came to me much later on when I went back. I realized that Vilayat Khan Sahab was the music director of this film.
Yes.
And
The
Asha
great
ji has
sitar
a
maestro.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Asha ji has a beautiful song in this film. And I think this had to be okayed by him
Yeah.
before they kept it.
Wow.
So after I finished singing, I think they took it to him. And I was very pleased to hear that he had okayed
This
the song.
song is sung by every Indian today. I want, if I have a track, see, I'll give you the history of this song, which is 1949, is Lata Mangeshkar sings this song in the film Mahal.
Yeah.
And that is therefore 78 years back. Gen Z, please listen to me. 78 years back, this song is sung by Lata Mangeshkar. And 51 years back, she sings it in this film, Kadambari, I think, right?
Kadambari,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
in
yes.
Kadambari. And I can assure you, 50 years or 100 years from now, this song will still remain in the mind of every Indian. And all the Gen Z will be singing this song to your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. ऐसे गाने हैं तो कभी, मतलब, they're timeless. Can I play a little sequence of this song? Shall I request Kavita ji to hum a few lines from this song with some lyrics?
Aayega, 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 aayega aane wala, aayega, aayega. You know, once Lata ji had mentioned to us, thank you so much. Once Lata ji had mentioned that those days they used to record songs after the shooting was over in the studio, because evenings when they record the song, there's less traffic, less noise. The studios were not probably soundproof. And then that's how she recorded the song. And also because, you know, the beginning of the song which says, "Khamosh hai," that zamana, that part was like an echo. So what they would do is they would make her stand a little away from the mic. So she had to count her steps and start singing from there. And when she comes to Aayega Aane Wala, she had to come close to the mic and start Aayega. Can you imagine? And
Wow.
as a singer, let me tell you, to walk like that and to count your steps and to it's
Perfection.
not an easy
No.
task. It's a very difficult
It
task.
is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. And
It's-
great singers, great singers.
Have you ever had a chance to sing this in front of Lata
Lata ji?
Mangeshkar? Have you sung in front of her or with her?
Yes, and you know, she is so sweet. I sang in Shanmukhananda Hall for a program where it was in memory of her father, and she used to give an award to different
Yes.
people. And she knew I was very nervous on stage. I was very, you know, you put me in a recording room, I'm happier. But put me on stage, I'm a different person. I'm very nervous, my hands go cold. Then I'm gulping, I'm so scared of heads. But then, you know, she told me, she said, डरो मत. She told me, डरो मत. She says, मैं भी तुम्हारे जैसे हूँ. मुझे स्टेज का बहुत डर है. She told me, मुझे स्टेज में गाना बहुत डर लगता है कविता. I said, दीदी आपको? She said, हाँ, मैं बहुत डरती हूँ स्टेज में गाने के लिए. इसलिए मुझे तुम्हारा डर मैं समझती हूँ. बिल्कुल डरो मत. मैं कुर्सी लेके वहाँ, मैं चेयर लेके वहाँ बैठूँगी स्टेज के पास, तुम जाकर गाओ.
Wow.
And I sang. I don't know what I sang, but and it was her songs.
Wow.
I sang
You sang her songs?
Yes, one
Wow.
song of hers in front of her.
It's like asking someone to sing, like Elvis Presley is sitting in front of you and you ask someone to
I
sing
know,
Hound Dog.
It's very scary.
It can be scary.
So,
but
in my own way, I've been a very brave girl. Don't you admit
yeah,
that?
Yeah. You're brave. You're amazing. You're absolutely fantastic.
Actually, I'm a बहुत डरपोक. But thank you for saying this.
No. I was in class 8.
Huh.
I was in class 8 or 9, and this film came, Mr. India.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So this is where I say that there's a whole generation that has grown up with you. I don't know where you were. Some of you must be in class 2 or something. But I was in, maybe less, but I was in class 9, I remember. And then this film came, Hawa, Hawai.
Hawa, yes.
And it had the mad lyrics.
Yes.
The lyrics made no sense. The lyrics were like this. 1 minute, I've written it down. Assi tussi. Yeah? Lassi pissi. What does it mean? Does anyone know what lassi pissi? Huh? ये कोई lyrics है?
लस्सी तो समझते हो ना?
Lassi.
पिस्सी क्या होता है?
And then there was a word Mombasa.
Yeah.
And हमें लगा कि ये actually कोई language है. And I used to think in class 9 that this is a African language. We don't know. ये Mombasa कुछ है. And we used to admire Sri Devi.
Yes, absolutely.
That she is able to deliver in some language.
Exotic, huh?
Exotic language,
Yes.
right? But more difficult than listening. How did you sing this song? Do you remember the introduction to this song? Because
there is a little...
there used to be a program Chitrahar.
Yeah.
How many people remember Chitrahar?
Oh yes, very much.
There. Oh no, you can't. Has to be 45 plus. So you've revealed your age, all of you. सबने इधर रिवील कर दिया एज. चित्रहार you have to know before 45 plus. हफ्ते में 2 बार आता था, और अगर मेरा था कि यूनिट टेस्ट में 8 on 10 मिला तब देखोगे. So we used to work very hard unit test. See, you're part of people's life. I really want everything. We want to know everything about the song, do we? Do you want to listen to the song once before you hear the history of this song? Gen Z, can you raise your hands? How many Gen Z people know Hawa, Hawai? No. Do you? Gen Z knows Hawa, Hawai? Usha Uttup was here recently. She's a great lady. And one of her songs got picked up in Durandar.
Yeah.
And it was my favorite, Rambaho.
Lot of her songs, actually.
But I felt her version was better than the Durandar version. I know the words.
Okay.
The words are Honolulu.
No, sing.
Ulu, lulu, lulu, lulu.
No, you don't
Then, hey po, hey pepe, I see to see, lassi pissi, Mombasa.
क्या बात है?
Who wrote this? Deserves a Nobel Prize here. I want you to sing this for us. I really want.
Sure, I will.
Please. And can we all
sing
accompany her?
with me.
Huh?
No, before I sing, let me finish the story. Then you all will have a little more क्या बोलते हैं, masala to sing the song with me. Now, actually, this song has been, shall I say, a miracle in my life. These were the days when I was dubbing mainly for Lata Mangeshkar in Laxmikant Pyarelal studios. And suddenly they called me and said, this is a very big film and this song is actually for Asha ji. They told me it's for Asha ji. And naturally in the sitting room, one day before the recording, you go and you rehearse the song. So in the sitting room, and the door opened, I got a little nervous because I saw, as usual, I saw Lakshmi ji sitting with the harmonium and there's a chair next to him where I will sit and learn the song. Then next to him was Javed Akhtar Saab. I saw Javed Saab and I got a little nervous. Then I saw Pyare Bhai. Pyare Bhai is always in white clothes and very stern looking. Then Pyare Bhai and then Boni Kapoor. Boni ji was okay because he was from St. Xavier's and I knew him. So all these people were sitting there and I saw Javed Saab's song. It'll be very intellectual and I was gearing myself. So Lakshmi ji, as usual, having his pan, he says, "Chaliye, Gana likh lijiye aap." I said, okay. So I took my paper and my pen. He said, "Likhiye." I was expecting like khab, juda, all kinds of words. But instead he says, "Likhiye, chi hua hua." I looked at him. He said, "Likhiye." I said, "Chi hua hua." Then he said, "Honolulu." I just in a very बहुत करुणा मैं लुक से मैं जावेद साहब को ऐसे देखी जावेद अख्तर को ऐसे फिर लिखिए लू 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 यही चला एंड उसमें अस्सी तुसी नहीं था और लस्सी पिसी भी नहीं था. उसके बाद ची हुआ होनोलुलु लुलु लुलु हिंगबिकी हांगकांग नहीं हिंगबिकी एंड हिंगबिकी ऐसे और एक वर्ड था मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. तो इट वॉज अ मच स्मॉलर वर्जन. तो ही टॉट मी देन ही सेड लिखिए पक चिक्की लकी चुम. भगवान कहाँ फंसे. लक्ष्मीकांत प्यारेलाल टीचिंग मी पक चिक्की. सेड मेरे नसीब में आशा जी का मसने पता नहीं क्या क्या गा. Anyway, I learned it and I went home. And when I went home, my aunt really thought, my mamuni thought I was mad because instead of practicing this, she usually sees me coming back at night after the rehearsal and practicing very hard to sing the song the next day. But instead of practicing the song, I was going, Pak chiki laki chum, tarrap chiki laki. She says, ये क्या हो रहा है? I said, Mummy, it's tomorrow's song. She says, this is what you're singing tomorrow? I said, yeah, this is what I'm singing tomorrow. Then cut to the studio. We all come early, 12:30. Musicians are 100 musicians, 40 chorus singers in Mehboob studio, all rehearsing, and I'm in my singer's cabin with Lakshmi ji. That time the musicians are coming and saying, क्या है लक्ष्मी जी गाने में कोई पंजाबी वर्ड नहीं है. ये सिंग पंजाबी वर्ड नहीं है. आपको कौन सा पंजाबी. कविता जी लिख लीजिए जो आज जो भी कुछ आपको जो भी बोलेगा आप लिख लीजिए. So actually one man came and said, फिर लस्सी तो होना चाहिए ना. बोलिए ओके लस्सी पीसी अस्सी तुसी एक एक करके म्यूजिशियंस बोल रहे थे. Then one musician said, he says वो हांगकांग है तो किंग कॉन्ग भी हो सकता है. ऐसा चलिए लिख लीजिए किंग कॉन्ग. ये होने के बाद I really thought that there was something wrong today on that day. उसके बाद लक्ष्मी जी sat and he was recomposing the song. ची हुआ. Then Honolulu ऐसे लाते हैं, किंग कॉन्ग हांगकांग ऐसे लाते हैं, किंग कॉन्ग ऐसे लाते हैं. Then dramatically 2 o'clock the door opened and Javed साहब walks in. He said, लक्ष्मी जी मैंने देख लिया, मेरे को सपने में भी आया, मैंने किसी के पॉकेट में देखा है मोम्बासा. ये गाना मोम्बासा से ही ख़त्म होना चाहिए. चलो एलो जी चलो मोम्बासा भी लिख लो. तो मोम्बासा उसके बाद क्या आएगा. सो somebody said पिंग पोंग. तो ये गाना ऐसे ही बना. और आप सोच सकते हो, आई वॉज अ न्यू सिंगर, वेरी वेरी स्कैर्ड एंड वेरी बंगाली साड़ी क्लैड, वेरी never sung a naughty song in my life, very straightforward and very shy, timid. This kind of a person has to sing, and you go into the hall to rehearse. There are 70 musicians staring at your face when you rehearse with them. So I had to have 70 people singing, chee hua. So they would start laughing, I would start laughing. At this point, Pyare Bhai walked in. Pyare Bhai said, आप लोगों को अंदाज़ है कि प्रोड्यूसर का पैसा वेस्ट हो रहा है? आप लोग सीरियसली रिहर्सल नहीं कर रहे हो? क्या हो रहा है? थोड़ी डांट ऐसे पिटी. डांट पिटने के बाद मैं घबरा कर, उसके बाद मैं बिल्कुल ये गाना सीरियसली गाई. बहुत सीरियसली मैंने ये गाना गाया, सच्ची.
And your version was the version.
My version was
What
kept.
happened to Asha Bhosle having to sing this?
Few Hope 86.
Huh?
That Hope 86 was
Hope,
a program
yeah.
that happened for the.
Yeah.
That's the time I got the news that Kavita ji, Shri Devi ji इस गाने पे डांस कर रहे हैं और आपको ये गाना ऐसे ही हम रख रहे हैं, इसको डब नहीं कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज जावेद साहब, प्यारे भाई सब फील करते हैं कि आपने जिस तरह से श्रीदेव जी के लिए गाया एकदम मैच हो रहा है. एंड देन आई टोल्ड हिम, लक्ष्मी जी आप गाना रख रहे हैं पर मैंने गलत गाया इसमें एक वर्ड. इसे गलत गाया? आई सेड हाँ, वो आपने एक टेक ओके कर दिया था मुझे, मैंने आपको बताया, आपने मुझे मौका नहीं दिया वापस गाने के लिए. उसमें मैंने जानू जो तुमने के बदले पहली बार मैंने जीनू जो तुमने गाया. ही सिंह, कविता जी आप ऐसा वापस गा नहीं सकते, और श्रीदेवी जी ने जिस तरह से उसको डांस किया है आपको लगेगा जीनू ही सही है, जानू होना ही नहीं चाहिए. तो द सॉन्ग वाज केप्ट एज इट इज.
This must be like 87, 86.
This was 86.
86,
Just
87.
a little, 86
Yeah,
because
87.
I remember Hope 86 happening after this recording.
And then all the great songs of the 90s. Everybody grew up with it. Every single song, every single memory. Now the memories will start coming alive in the audience, you know. 1942, A Love Story.
Oh.
This was R.D. Burman's, I think, one of his last great films,
yeah.
right? Maybe his last great film.
Yes.
Was it his last great
Yes,
film?
yes.
So he was choosing everyone very carefully. And what we remember at that time, we had gone into college, and I remember he passed away before this film was released. Am I right?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
people were saying, will this film be released? It was just a magical Anil Kapoor?
Yes.
Anil
Anil
Kapoor.
Kapoor, Manisha Koirala.
Anil Kapoor, Manisha Koirala, and
And Jackie Shroff.
Jackie Shroff,
Jackie
right?
Shroff
Jackie
ji.
Shroff, right? And he chose you as the solo female voice in this masterpiece. And there are so many songs we remember, but we remember the classical songs. I want you to talk about the memories of it, and then come to choose your own song, which we all know. Pyar Hua Chupke Se.
Yes, yeah,
This is
my favorite.
1992 from R.D. Burman's classic.
Yeah,
There was something in this song.
absolutely.
And then you went into a completely, you became perhaps, I would say, the best in all the romantic songs of that era, that time. I think in the film there, I saw either a song from Roja or Bombay. Which was Roja or Bombay?
Bombay.
Was it Bombay?
Bombay.
Which one was that?
Tu Hire.
Tu Hire.
Tu Hire.
Tu Hire was shot with the most eligible bachelor after Elvis Presley, which is our own Arvind Swami.
Yes.
You don't know? Gen Z doesn't know Arvind Swami. Arvind Swami was the most eligible, ideal, marriageable guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
I think all the females loved him, yes.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
potential mother-in-laws wanted him. And there was the sequence when he goes up a ruin. And there is Manisha Koirala, and it is the monsoons. And I think it was shot in Bekal. I was told later. It was
Yeah,
shot in
yeah.
Bekal in northern
Yeah,
Kerala.
yes.
And it is the most magical, most romantic setting for any song that can happen. And I think that there is only Kavita Krishnamurthy. When I'm saying these things, anybody who has been through the 1990s will get goosebumps. 1990s or even 2000s, these sort of two songs, Pyar Hua Chupke Se, which
Yes.
was in 1942, a love story,
Yes.
and goes back to Bombay,
Yeah.
Tu Hire.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about the 1942, and I can play the track also. And should I play the track before we talk about it? Because music
Sure.
does bring back memories.
Yes, absolutely.
So can I play? And every guy would sit on the hostel balcony playing this song in the morning and hoping that there will be some spark in his life. But it always ended with 5 guys going to the hostel to have bread pakoda and then say ki kuch nahi hua hamara. This is the story, we used to have it. And so this is the 90s, So there was no Instagram, there was no Twitter, there was no, what do you call it? Swipe right, swipe left, whatever you guys do. Huh? Dating apps, no, none of all that, right? None of all that. It was only this. So since you have been responsible for making about 100 million Indians fall in love, can you tell us about this? There was something very crazy about this movie.
Yes.
Very different, very ahead of its time,
Yes.
very differently picturized. And Anil Kapoor was in his prime. He's still in his prime.
Yes.
But Anil Kapoor was, it's an amazing thing about Anil Kapoor also, right? He spans generations. Can you tell us about the film and your music there, please?
Well, firstly, let me salute Panchamda. He's a man who's always been ahead of his times. And as a human being, he's a gem. He's one person who is, who would encourage wherever he sees. In fact, I would say for this generation, it's a great big loss that Panchamda is not there. Because he's the kind of person, if he sees talent anywhere, he will tap it. And he will give them a break. And cut to the fact that I started first, also I dubbed a couple of songs for Lataji there. And then I told Panchamda, I said, Panchamda, I don't want to turn into a dubbing artist. I'm singing with Laxmikant Pyarelal for Lataji. So don't call me for dubbing, please. He didn't misunderstand. Then he called me for a song called Boxer, where I sang with Hariharan and myself. We sang a song. Then sang another song. Then I sang. He's the first person to make me sing with Ashaji for a film called Karishma. And Boxer, I sang a solo. Everything flopped. Every movie flopped. And Panchamda would say, Sala mera naseeb hi theek nahi hai. Everything is flopping. Then one day, I don't know what happened, he told me, Kavita, I will give you a song in a beautiful film and it will be a hit. I promise you that. So Kishore, every flop film mein toke gawachi, I'm making you sing in all flop films. I will give you a successful film. And this was the film. He called me and he said, I'm very excited. It's Vidhu Vinod Chopra's film. Come for a rehearsal tomorrow and I'm going to give you a very beautiful song. And that's what happened. I went to the studio and I heard this song and I was in tears because the lyrics were stupendous. The song was fantastic. And then I asked really Panchamda one question. I said, Panchamda, why me? Are you sure I'll do justice? Though by that time I was an established playback singer. Still, when I heard this song, to tell you the truth, the first thing that struck me was, I said, Dada, this is like Bandini. It reminds me, the sentiments remind me of Bandini. You have such great artists at your own home. Why me? He looked at me and he said, I had promised you a good song in a good film. This is it. Close your eyes. Follow me blindly. Sing the way I am singing. And that was the most important thing he told me. Because Panchamda, if you heard Panchamda singing, he would enunciate his words into the mic. And he would say, when you're singing in front of the mic, stop worrying about what you look like, whether you look like an idiot when you're doing E, A, U, but do it. Because this is what will give you right throw in the mic. And that day, I just decided to listen to him 15 times, 18 times, singing the song and just following exactly what he was doing. And he was singing the song so beautifully. Then I went, then I remember singing one line. In the final, we did one take. That take got okayed. Then he came back to me and he said, can you sing the song once more for me? And in that one line, I want you to do it differently. I'll tell you. I was singing, ek din man chala ho bhavra aa gaya. This is what I was singing. He said, ek din man chala ho bhavra aa gaya. He kind of syncopated that line and he said, now sing it like this. And for me, that song, that past line of that song became remarkable. And this is what wonderful music directors do to you, because you're singing the song, but suddenly, because it's their own baby, it's their own song, even if they are not a female voice, they'll tell you something which is so remarkable that you just follow them 80%, 90%. I follow Laxmikant ji 90%. I follow R.D. Burman 90%. I follow O.P. Nayyar Saab 90%. I follow Khayyam Saab 90%. C. Ramchandra ji 90%. the success of the song is there. I just have to contribute 10%. Because their expressions, if you YouTube and see how Panchamda sings, Kuch na kaho, kuch bhi na kaho. The first time he sang that song, I was literally in the music, and he's singing only with a harmonium and his two percussionists and Bhanuda on the guitar. I was crying. I said, you know, for me, let me tell you, today I'm telling you, Shanu has sung it brilliantly, Kuch na kaho. But I'll never forget the session of Panchamda singing Kuch na kaho. Because it's his own baby, it's his own song. The way a music director can interpret the song, for us, they are, at that point of time, they are Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. That's what they are. They are your gurus. For me, singing for these, I would have been nothing. I would have been an absolute zero, even if I knew my Saregama Padhanisa. If I knew a little bit of my Rag Bhupali, I would have still been a zero if I had not had all these gurus in my life teaching me how to enunciate, how to throw, how to sing certain phrases. There's so much. And you know, sometimes I've learned it from the smallest music director who's totally unknown to you guys. I've learned something very important about breathing from them. So these music directors have literally, I have worked with at least 10,000 music directors I have worked with, different people. Sometimes most songs sitting in the dabba, not even released, but I have learned from all of them. They are all my gurus. That's what I can say. And now coming back to Panchamda. Panchamda gave me this song. Then we recorded Rim Chim, that song with Shanu. And I remember him telling Shanu, you may sing 5 songs, tu aaj superstar hai yaar, tu 5 songs yahan gaega, but you have to sing the song with Kavita. I will not dub her separately. You know, uski awaaz alag, uski. So we sang the song together, Shanu and I, Rim Chim, and this. And I also had a version of Kuch na kaho, which never got kept in the movie, because finally Lataji sang it. After Panchamda passed away, Lataji sang the song.
Wow.
But I sang it when Panchamda was alive.
I realize how many greats you worked with. So many greats you worked with. But this was also your first Filmfare award.
Yes, my first Filmfare.
Not Kuchna, Pyar Hua Chupke Se was your first Filmfare.
Yeah, I didn't
award.
get it for Karma. I did not get it for Hawa, Hawai. I didn't get it for Om Namah Shivai, but I got it for Love Story. After singing in the industry for 10, 12 years, I got my first Filmfare award.
Wow.
It was a great feeling.
Would you please...
But you know, I was in tears when I walked up because Panchamda was not there. All the music awards were swept.
94?
1994. All the awards were swept by Love Story 1942. And Panchamda, at that point of time when he was recording the song, he wanted to make a comeback. But he was mentally very low before this. He just felt that, and there is I'm sharing this story that I heard it from somebody, that the recording company was not really very happy that Panchamda was signed. They wanted a more, successful music director, though he has given a whole lot of hits before. For that moment, they forgot, and they wanted maybe a bigger name, if they think a bigger name than Panchamda. But Vidhu Vinod Chopra stood on his foot and he said, no, I will record only with R.D. Burman. And when they heard the first song, when the record company heard the first song, they went mad, and that was Ik Ladki Ko Dekha To Aisa Laga. When they heard that song, then they realized that Panchamda was going to make a comeback.
But he was also trying to make a point.
Yeah.
He was trying to make a point.
Absolutely. He was at war.
He was at war.
He was at war. This film was going to be his vehicle to stardom back, because he felt there were so many friends in the industry who had he felt had forgotten to sign him up. So this was going to be his comeback vehicle.
How many of us have seen 1942, A Love Story? For all the Gen Z who have not watched it, can I request you to make it your weekend viewing? You'll get it on some OTT app or the other. Trust me, it's a timeless movie.
Absolutely.
It's an absolutely timeless movie, and you must listen to the songs. It's like, like Kun Faya Kun. Rockstar,
Yeah.
my friend Imtiaz and I were roommates in Hindu college.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's why I have this musical side of mine, you know.
He's a lovely person.
Yeah, so he used to keep doing this. See, everybody's laughing when I said I have a musical side. I was different in college. So Imtiaz, when he made Rockstar,
Yeah.
you know, I always felt this is a timeless quality to the music of Rockstar, you know, Kun Faya Kun and all that.
Yeah, I sang one song there.
Which one was that?
Tumko Pa Hi Liya.
Oh, yes.
I love that song.
Wow.
Nice song.
Very dreamy quality to
Yeah,
that movie,
yeah,
no?
Yeah.
I've got now all my requests from you. First of all, we would love to hear a little bit of Pyar Hua Chupke Se from you, the film that recognized you as a great. By now, we are 1994. You are well into your career, right? And this must be the time that Dr. Subramaniam is silently admiring you from America.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't
You
think he knew
so?
any film songs at all. He probably didn't even know my name.
Do you sing these romantic songs to him?
No, I don't, because he loves only Nimbuda.
Nimuda, okay.
When I married him, you know, when I was going to walk up on stage for one of his fusion concerts, they wanted me to sing one Bollywood song. So I looked at him and I said, are you okay with Bollywood song? He says, please go and sing. I like Nimbuda.
So today we'll sing Nimbuda for him today, especially all of us. But before that, may I request you, the film which gave you the best female playback singer, R.D. Burman's last great film. You were the masterpiece song in that film from 1942, A Love Story. Whenever you are ready, ma'am.
No, I'm sorry. I keep snipping, and this
That's
is the story of my this. You know, one thing in life, if somebody asks me what I can't do without, it's a hanky or a tissue, and it's been I fought for so many years of my life. I'm still singing. I suffer from a lot of colds and cough, but I still sing, and I will continue to sing. Just one minute. Da, 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 दिल ने कहा, sorry, I'll take it in a higher note. Da 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 da. दिल ने कहा चुपके से ये क्या हुआ, चुपके से क्यों नए लग रहे हैं ये धरती गगन. मैंने पूछा तो बोली ये पगली पवन, प्यार हुआ चुपके से ये क्या हुआ, चुपके से.
This was also the mad time. There was another mad song. We are the Ilu Ilu generation. Thanks to you.
Okay.
Yeah, why is Gen Z laughing? What do you know Ilu Ilu?
You know what
You know
Ilu
Ilu
means?
Ilu?
Do they know?
No, but have
Not
you
bad.
sung have you listened to the
Not
song?
bad.
थोड़े डेप्थ में जाओ. सब कुछ रील स्टाइल में बोलने की क्या जरूरत है? Go back and see the full song today. Huh? It is, you see, this film was because there were two greats in this film.
Wow, yeah.
You know, Rajkumar and Dilip Kumar. And you know Rajkumar's favorite line. What is it, Rajan, that favorite line? Parimal, you know, I tell it to the Pakistanis that we will destroy you, but jagah bhi hamari hogi, time bhi hamara hoga and all that. And there was Dilip Kumar and Rajkumar. Saudagar was the film, I think 1991.
Yes.
1991. So these are all my favorites of yours, Kavita ji. Because when I was practicing before this, I said, let me relate to songs that I love. So Ilu Ilu is one of them. I mean, don't think it doesn't reveal in what kind of person I am. I don't do this. All my colleagues are thinking now they won't take me seriously in the business meetings, Parimal. But
even if you were, what's wrong?
No, nothing wrong. You see, I have to keep this little straight exterior with my people.
Yeah. But once in a while, if your heart flutters, it's okay, provided it's under control.
It's
No? Because during college days, I used to see Shashi Kapoor ji and my heart used to flutter.
Oh, everybody.
He was just so amazing, and we did a tour also with
it was
him, with
amazing.
Manada and Shashi Kapoor.
Shashi Kapoor is great.
So it's
Shashi Kapoor, Sanjeev Kumar, the great.
Yes, Sanjeev
Yeah,
Kumar, my
yeah,
most
yeah,
favorite actor.
Amazing, yeah. Shashi
Amazing,
Kapoor.
amazing.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No. For me, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I'll tell you something, if you look at song picturizations, a lot of these song picturizations stay in the heart of the people.
They do.
Because for that particular song, you had the actor emoting, or the actress actually, kanto se khinch ke aachal, you can imagine Vaidaji's face. Huh? And even with the stars, Rajesh Khanna, singing the song from Aradhana, Mere Sapno Ki Rani. But you're showing the close-up of the actor. So I think the song becomes even bigger when you have stars actually emoting the song, which I miss today. That way.
Sometimes there was no lip syncing, like there's this song, I don't know. Okay, now again I'll ask a question that will reveal your age. There is a song in which Sanjeev Kumar plays the role of an editor. And he is married to Kajol's mother. Tanuja. And they have a strained relationship.
Huh.
They are just married, and he's not giving time to her, or there's some strain in the relationship.
Oh.
And it's a black and white sequence, and he's reading a book and they are doing their work. You know which
is
song?
Is that Kanu Roy's film?
Huh?
I don't remember.
But
Anubhav? Is it Anubhav?
I
Anubhav,
don't know. It's one of those very intense moments anyway. But just to go back to
that scene.
Bombay.
Okay.
I want to take you back to Bombay.
Bombay.
Do you visualize the moment before you do the singing? Because when I think about that song from Bombay, Tu Hi Re, I think that the singer must be in the moment.
Yes.
So here is a situation. I wish I had the video to play. Have you seen Bombay? No? You've not seen Bombay? Parimal, you've not seen Bombay? You're trying not to reveal your age? Parimal, don't do that. You've seen Bombay, yeah? So Bombay, there is this moment in this film. See, guys, Gen Z, please watch these films, all right? These are great moments. There's a scene where it's windswept, and it's a inter-religious relationship. Arvind Swamy is a Hindu and Manisha Koirala is a Muslim, and she's wearing a hijab and she runs away. They're deciding to go away. It's the monsoon, it's the fort, and she sings and he's singing Tu Hi Re before they meet. It's
My God, Arnab, it's pretty romantic, I must say. Amazing.
Only inside this hall. The moment I leave this room. No.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, you know, it's so important to look at life with romance. I don't mean romance in a physical way.
No.
It's just in a very artistic way. When you look at things like that, it comes alive in a different way, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it does.
It does.
So, this film, if you see the video, I can imagine you watching the video and singing. I don't, I can imagine you seeing Manisha Koirala in that moment and singing. Now, what made the song more effective? The picturization or the voice can't even make out. Do you know Tu Hi Re as a song? That's also the beauty of a song. When more people know the song than the movie.
Yeah.
I am not so romantic that I will sing this. I will stop at this point, but I would request you to talk a little bit about, this would be 1995?
Around 1994, I think I would have recorded
it was a great, A.R. Rahman was the, A.R. Rahman's, one of his best. One of his best.
Just loved the music in this movie.
From Bombay, yes.
And I met him in Bombay in St. Xavier's. They had a recording studio there, and he and Mani Ratnam came, and I and Shankar Mahadevan did a small background alap for the movie. That's how I met him. Then after the alap finished, I was about to take my money payment for the song and go home. And as I was doing that, A.R. and Mani Ratnam both came out and said, "Is it possible for you to come to Chennai next week and do a song for this film?" I was very happy. I had heard the music of Roja, and I was a fan of ARR. Then I told him, I asked him also, I said, "How did you call me for this? You don't know me." He said, "No, I know you, because there's one literacy jingle which I had done for, I must mention this person's name. His name is Ashok Patki. I used to do a lot of jingles for him. I used to do Chandu Balm, washing powder, Nirma, all these jingles. And there's one jingle I had done for him saying, Purab se Surya Uga, Phela Ujiyara. So he said, it's in Bhatiyar and I love this jingle. That's why I called you to sing the alap, because I'd heard your voice through this. So cut to the week later, I went there, and he was not there because he gets up late. Morning recordings, he's never there. I think AR comes to the studio only around 1:30. So from Bombay, I took a flight. I was there by 10, and his assistant helped me record a song. It was already done in Tamil. I was doing the Hindi part. And again, Udit Narayan was not there. I had to do only my part. So I did Kuchi Kuchi Rakama. It was very difficult because it's a song of interaction. And you don't have the male singer there. So you're saying something, then you're imagining the answer. And those days in 90s used to happen. We used to sing a duet. अभी सवाल तो वो करेगा, मैं जवाब दूंगी, या मैं सवाल कर रही हूँ, वो जवाब देंगे. I had to imagine it because the male singer was never with you. You had to sing your parts alone and go. But anyway, I did Kuchi Kuchi Rakama, and again, I was about to take my money and leave when AR walks in. And he tells his assistant, Murthy ji, he said, can you ask her to sing Tu Hi Re? Uire. So he says that, he smiles at me and meets, he says, I'll just come back. By the time he came back, I had finished singing Tu Hi Re with his assistant, the entire song. I just knew the light background of the story, a little bit of the song, but actually I had not been told much. But because I heard the composition, there is a particular feeling, any song that you learn from a music director, at that point of time, even if the story is not told to you, the story is told to you when you're going to the mic before singing. But when you're learning the song, it's not told to you. The writer gives you the words, the music director teaches you the song, but the song itself gives you an emotion, even before you know what the scene is all about. So that's what happened. I got this feeling of a yearning, a loneliness, a kind of desperation in the composition. And I sang the song, and after I finished the song, they called in AR to hear the song. He was there and he heard the song twice and he said, can you do the high line for me? You know, Arnab, this high line, you know, there is an A scale and a B scale and a C scale in a song. According to me, this song is Z scale because it's Rahman scale. It's absolute, there's no such thing as a Z scale. It was so high. I said, Rahman, this is Z scale. He smiled at me and he said, just try it once or twice for me. I tried, you know, this Antre mein bahut uncha line hai. I tried it once. Then second I said, Bajrang Bali, kya bolte, sankat se mite har pida. Hanuman ji ko puja karte hue, I sang this line. Okay ho gaya. Hanuman ji ka blessings, okay ho gaya.
Where exactly you are sitting, most unfortunately, but 8 months back, Asha ji came and sat, and I feel that, you know, you are truly blessed, that you have sung songs that Asha ji was supposed to sing, you have sung versions that Lata ji has sung, and each has been more masterful than the other. And you're truly a legend, I'm telling you. I mean, it's very difficult in today's day and age of AI and synthesized music and this and that. You know, this is rare, raw love speaking through her voice. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, Arnab. I always tell my two things. One thing, let me tell you, for me, my family has been my strength always. I don't think I could have gone on to the world without the support and love of my family. They were there like bricks for me all my life. And then secondly, for me, the path and my singing so many songs is, for me, it's not the only wealth that I have gained. For me, the wealth I have gained is, kehte na, utna baithna with big people, with great musicians. That has been the wealth that I have collected in my life. I have recollections of the greatest people, and I'm blessed that even I could sit with them and do my music.
Can you tell us about another great man who's sitting here? When did you meet him? And how did this happen?
That was the luckiest day of my life when I met my husband. I was called to sing by one of those messengers who calls up and says, Dr. Subramaniam is recording a song in 40 studio, please come. And this is a duet with Hariharan. And I was a little scared because I knew he was a great classical musician and a violinist. I said, in Hindi, how will he compose? What will I sing for him? It was with a lot of, the word is trepidation. Trepidation, I went to the studio. And I really was very struck by the fact that he was an extremely simple, humble, a very educated man. And I know that when he picks up the violin, there's no other violinist who can stand in front of him. Honestly, because this is not because I have seen him playing with the greatest. I've seen his recordings with other violinists. I've heard him with a lot of Western violinists. And a full symphony orchestra, when he's playing, you'll have 30 violinists all putting down their violin and they're looking to see how he is playing his techniques. So he's amazing and he's so dedicated. And I married him, and what I learned from him is that music is a path of life, is a way of life, and also it is a way of life which takes you to your ultimate spiritual path. That's what music should be in one's life. It's not fame, success, everything can go. But if you keep your music and you strive to keep your notes, the moment you sit alone at home and you do your sa, or you pick up the violin and play the first note, that should be the attempt to the path of spirituality. And that I had it in me. I had a great faith in God in me because of my 4 parents who were very, very devoted to God. And I've grown up seeing Ganeshji, Hanumanji, and all my gods. I love them truly. But after meeting him and continuing the path, and let me tell you, I've seen Ganeshji doing miracles in his life, literally, because of faith. And faith, devotion to music, and that is the path now. I'm praying to God that that's the path He allows me to walk, because it's giving me a lot of peace and happiness. I've never been in a rat race, and I don't want to be in a rat race. I want to live my life fully because I'm Kavita Krishnamurthy only once in this lifetime. And I want to live every moment with music, truth, honesty, and spirituality, if I can, as best as I can. That's what it is. And I learned all this from him. He's a very, very spiritual person, and he's very dedicated to music. Even when he's sitting like this, you will see his hands going like that because he's practicing. He's always practicing.
There's a story about a prophecy by Satya Sai Baba on your marriage. It was Satya Sai Baba who told you...
How did you get that
I've done my research.
Gosh.
I find this all very nice. And
Amazing.
It's amazing. No, you had amazing life. Satya Sai Baba told you that you would meet someone through music.
How did you know this, Arnab?
I have some brilliant research people. We are journalists. I've been investigating your life. Thanks to my research team. But this is beautiful. You see, your story is like a movie. Your story is truly, Kavita ji, like a movie, you know. And when I saw both pictures of both of you, I think both of you are very blessed. Though I have a feeling that you have sung Tu Hi Re for him at some point. Though he's trying to pass it off as Nibuda. He's listening so intently and with so much admiration towards you. And that makes you amazing. You know, even earlier when we met you, it's a great quality. I think we must have a round of applause for Dr. L. Subramanian. It's amazing. We love your music too. We love your music too. Would you...
Yeah, you know, I used to go to Baba to sing for Satya Sai Baba in Puttaparthi.
Okay.
For his birthdays, I have sung. And I don't know, Baba always used to ask me a very irritating question. He used to say, Krishnamurthy, husband's name or father's name? So once in irritation, I said, Baba, my father's name, I'm not getting married. You know, and by this time when I told him, I was already 42, 43 years old, and I was convinced I'll never get married. I was 43 years old and pretty happy in my life, and I had my 2 dogs, my family, my aunt who gave me fabulous food, and I was singing for all the best films. Why would I get married, honestly? But then he just looked at me, and in Telugu he said something, and I was looking at him blindly when somebody translated it to me, saying, Baba saying, somebody will listen to your music, and you will get married because of music. And he called me to the studio to sing one song for him. And that's how we met, and it is music that's brought us together. It's true. Baba's prophecy came true. I used to get, most of the high-pitched songs used to come to me, Arnab, somehow. And I sometimes used to tell them, why don't you all give me the sweet romantic songs, all the, Tu Cheez Badi Hai Mast Mast is so high, Nimbuda, Tu Hi Re, all the difficult songs used to come to me. But now when I look back, I'm happy because it makes it, all the songs are different from each other. So that's very good for my repertoire.
How did I forget that one? I remember some of the songs were bizarre, you know, at that point of time.
Yeah. Very true.
I have some wonderful messages from people who love you. And we would like to play some messages of people who admire you and love you and are one who's very close to you. Can we play them? Shall we play them one after the other? And these are messages
that's
for you
amazing.
who
Thank
wanted
you.
to say how special you are in their life and to all of us.
Oh,
Please.
thank you.
Please,
Thank you
it'll
so
play on the
much.
screen behind you.
Hi, Ma. Hello from New York. One of my favorite things to do with you is travel with you. And what I really love about the experience of traveling with you is seeing people come up to you and sing to you. Because the music that you've made, the songs that you've sung, have been such a meaningful part of their lives that they kind of want to share that back with you. And whether it's a taxi driver in Istanbul or a concert organizer in New Jersey or an airport authority official in London Heathrow, I love to see how they sing your songs back to you, and I'm so grateful to see the impact that you've had on their lives and how much they continue to love you and your music. Love you.
Thank you so
फिल्म संगीत की दुनिया में मेरा रिश्ता कविता कृष्णमूर्ति जी के साथ बहुत गहरा रहा है। अगर आप ध्यान से देखें तो मेरे जितने भी प्रमुख गाने हैं वो कविता जी ने गाए हैं। ऐ वतन तेरे लिए, दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे, आई लव माई इंडिया, जिंदगी हर कदम एक नई जंग है, और ताल का वो गाना भी जो क्लाइमेक्स में है, इश्क बिना क्या जीना यारो, इश्क बिना क्या मरना। तो मैं कहूँगा कि ये वो गुणी सिंगर हैं जो आप डिफ़िकल्ट से डिफ़िकल्ट गाना होगा उसको इतना सरल भाव से, इमोशनल भाव से गाएंगे कि आपको बरसों तक याद रहेगा। उनके जो गाए हुए गीत हैं 40 साल 20 साल पहले आज भी आपके दिल को मोहते हैं, आज भी वो प्रसिद्ध हैं। और मैं एक और मज़े की बात बताऊं कि अभी इन्होंने पिछले साल ही मेरा एक गीत दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे संस्कृत में रिकॉर्ड किया। संस्कृत भाषा में उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड किया और आप सच्ची मानिए कि वो उनकी आवाज़ 1980 की और अभी की में रत्ती भर का फर्क नहीं। ये है सिंगर जिनके ऊपर हमें हमेशा अभिमान है और अभिमान रहेगा। गॉड ब्लेस यू कविता जी, वंडरफुल।
नमस्कार, आदाब। मैं हूँ इस्माइल दरबार और मैं एक ऐसी महान हस्ती के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूँ जिनका नाम है कविता कृष्णमूर्ति। आप यकीन मानिए मैंने जितना काम किया कविता जी के साथ मुझे बहुत मज़ा आया। मुझे लगा कि कंपोज़र की फीलिंग को समझने वाला एक आर्टिस्ट होता है, एक सिंगर होता है। वो बात मैंने कविता जी में देखा है। और कविता जी ने हज़ारों गाने गाए हैं वैसे, लेकिन मेरे साथ उनके जितने भी गाने हैं मुझे लगता है वो बहुत ज़बरदस्त हुए। क्यों कि मैं जो चाहता था, जिस तरह चाहता था, जिस तरह मैं उनको समझाता था और उस चीज़ को वो समझती थी, मेरी उंगलियों के इशारों को भी समझती थी। ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। तो मैं कविता जी के लिए इतना ही कहूँगा, थैंक यू सो मच। आपने उस वक्त हमारे साथ बहुत मन से, बहुत दिल लगाकर काम किया, जिसकी वजह से आज पूरी दुनिया में वो सारे गाने इतने फेमस है और हम सबका इतना बड़ा नाम हुआ। तो थैंक यू सो मच कविता जी, और आप आगे बढ़िए। हम आपके साथ हैं, हमेशा आपके साथ रहेंगे और आपकी दुआएं, आपका आशीर्वाद हमेशा हम आपसे मांगेंगे। तो प्लीज़ आप अपना ख्याल रखिए। और सबसे अच्छी बात है, आप बहुत अच्छी लेडी हैं, बहुत ही अच्छी। जितना एक्सप्रेशन से आप अच्छा गाती हैं उतना ही अच्छा फील है आपका, उतनी ही अच्छी आपकी आत्मा है। थैंक यू सो मच कविता जी, टेक केयर। और
I'd like to thank you, Arnab. I'd like to thank
Please, ma'am.
Republic TV for this. I just can't get over this.
Please, ma'am. Thank you.
No, thank you
And
so much.
I would now
for
like
going out of this,
No, no,
out
no.
to get people like him. And
there are-
Ismail ji, I can't tell you, amongst all the music
Yeah.
directors,
Yes, thank you.
every day of my life I have been praying that this man should get back another great film, because as a music director, and my husband will also say this, that he's an amazing music director and we love his songs. Ismail ji, I'd like to say that I'm waiting for the day when, whether I sing for you or not, you should get a fantastic film and prove to the world that
It
you're
will
an
happen.
amazing music director. And
Thank you for your
Subhash ji,
blessings.
And thank you so much, Arnab, for making this effort.
We
I'm
thank
so
them for finding the time, ma'am. That you're very
so
special to
grateful.
all of them, and I thank my team
So-
for being able to get your daughter also into that
Yes,
small
my
film
daughter.
out there. And
It's my very, very sweet, affectionate
Thank you.
daughter.
yeah, I would like to now get you, Dr. Subramaniam, to say a few words about her. So may I please request, ladies and gentlemen, Padma Vibhushan, Dr. L. Subramaniam, who is sitting here among us, who is called he's the god of the Indian violin, is sitting here among us, and I've admired him greatly, to say something about Kavita ji, maybe something we don't know behind the scenes. Can we share the mic with him, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Arnab.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, it's a great
Yes.
pleasure and privilege to be here, Arnabji, and we are all great fans of yours. Regarding Kavita, before I met her, I was involved in a film and an album. At the time, I was looking for some extraordinary voice from film industries. A friend of mine sent me a bunch of tapes. I was listening to everything, but one particular tape, that voice kind of haunted me because it has some extra dimension to it. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people were very good in singing romantic songs. A lot of people were very good in singing certain kind of songs. But here, the tapes which I got with the different people and her, some of the songs were very, very difficult songs. Even in that difficult song, the essence of music and emotions, the perfections notes were there. So that's why I was attracted to that voice. So I said, we will get her to do this one album. And at the time, I was also doing an album for Warner Brothers called Global Fusion Album. I want very exotic, highly trained voice and things. So when I asked her at the time, she was not very, she was on the top of the field in Bollywood. And coming to another genre, she was a little hesitant. I said, everything is fine, you come. But one thing I remember, at that day when I asked her to come and sing that song in Bangalore, she was in the studio, we went to the studio, and I just explained to her, before that she has never sung any fusion albums. I just explained all the harmony, everything. Unfortunately, what happened, a very well-known music director, friend of mine, he landed in Bangalore and he said, he wants to meet me urgently for, so I left her in the studio, went back, and 2-3 hours later I came, and by the time she has finished the whole thing, and she was asking me, is it okay, everything? But when I heard that, I was very happy I was not there, because on her own, she has interpreted and she has understood and she has started doing something.
Wow.
If I was there, I would have told her, I want this, I want this,
Yes.
I want this. I would have got something different.
Yeah.
But that song, it's from
Yeah.
it's called Gypsy Trail from this Warner Brothers album. And after that, I told her, you have done everything in Bollywood. Let us do something different, which only you can do. So I asked her to do for big orchestral thing. At the time, she said, no, I have not sung for orchestra. I said, no, you just do it. It will be fantastic. So subsequently, we recorded with the London Symphony and everything. Every time we featured, whether with jazz, great artist, or classical, even Carnatic song, or everything, she fit perfectly into it because she goes to the depth of the music, not just learning the notes and trying to copy and sing. That's one of the quality I really, really admire, and I hope we continue our journey.
Thank you. And that's also I've seen true of many legends. They keep training themselves. They keep improvising. They put in the same effort. I have a feeling she's putting in the same effort, and that's why, as Subhash Ghai said, your voice has not changed one bit over 55 years. It's only grown stronger and sweeter. I thank you very much. Towards the end of this wonderful program, and our network believes in nation first. I've always said that everybody can do news first. Not everybody can keep the heart at heart, nation first. And there is no better way for us to end this than with your song. I think it's from Karma. I think Karma was it Karma? 1986.
Yeah.
Karma.
Karma was 1986, yes.
Yes.
And
Ae Watan Tere Liye, which is till today, if you say, which is the defining patriotic nationalist anthem of this country. It gives us goosebumps. And it has this emotional intensity. It has an underlying nationalist imagery. Request you at the end of this wonderful afternoon, 2 lines or the chorus or your main part in this song, if you can sing for us. So we will all,
Will you all
be with
sing
you.
with me?
We all sing it with her. We all know this song, right? Okay. This is for from the studio of Republic.
Yes.
From Kavita Krishnamurthy for the nation. Please, let's sing it with her. Please, ma'am, you can.
मेरा कर्मा तू मेरा धर्मा तू तेरा सब कुछ मैं मेरा सब कुछ तू आ आ आ हर करम अपना करेंगे हर करम अपना करेंगे ए वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे ए वतन तेरे लिए दिल दिया है जान भी देंगे ए वतन तेरे लिए
Very, very loud round of applause for the great legend, Kavita Krishnamurthy. And we wish you more luck, more success, more honor, and many more years of music for the country. Thank you.
And Arnab, from my heart, I wish you the same. I wish you good health, long life, success, fame you have, but a continuing struggle to fight for honesty and for a great India, which you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kavita ji. Thank you. We are very fortunate today. Thank you. We don't get to do this every day, but we've loved it completely, and you've made us all so happy. You touch our lives. Thank you. Thank you.